question to also Saurabh also.
Sure.
Because with the Aadhaar card, which came in the time of UPA government, we got this problem of KYC norm. I mean, that's such an easy process to just put the Aadhaar card and our KYC norm is done. With the UPI and BHIM kind of application, even the payment industry has been disrupted. To be honest, for last 5 years, I have not been to any, I mean, my all policies are with LIC. I have not been to their office. For last 3 years, I am using only Paytm to pay my premium. Such a hassle-free process has come. So maybe next time, next level is all about that insurance, as you mentioned, that it takes time. And luckily, last on 15th of August, our own Prime Minister talked about the National Health Database. And so many things. I mean, I do follow a little bit here and there, and I find there's some good work is going on in the account aggregation part. Some Sahmati kind of movement are going on in the country. If that happens, everything will be very easy from the all underwriting and claim settlement kind of part. So Saurabh, you have been in the insurance company per se. So what is your take on that part? Because
it's a very
InsurTech is a different model. There are a standalone insurance company themselves are promoting InsurTech, and there are few companies which are working like InsurTech. So what is your take on this aspect?
No, thank you, Professor, and Rohan and Anirban has talked about this. See, I'm an incumbent insurer, right, and I've seen this not just in India to large companies, but even in the US geography for last almost like 20 years now. I would actually tend to agree and disagree on certain things. The first thing I disagree with is insurance companies have not been forward looking, or they don't have either technology or their legacy, from that standpoint. Insurance companies have a lot of complex technology and they're very sharp, but they have been sharp on the risk aspect of things. So on the back end, right, in terms of take GI companies, right from a pen to an aeroplane, right? You can talk about pen to Malaysian Airlines. Everything can be insured. They're very, very good from an actuary standpoint, from terms of risk identification. A lot of unsaid deep analytics has gone in. I won't say even the AI and ML has come over a period of time, but they have been very good. What has not happened, and there was never a need, I think this is where the things come in, is to innovate on the consumer side of things. And this is where the customer analytics side, right? Things in terms of making products far more personalized, right? Because of the way people are experiencing on Flipkart or Amazon or Uber, or this has changed. The second thing which has changed over a period of time is, of course, the tech has made things very, very simple, and people start comparing. So insurers have typically moved from just doing things in isolation to becoming more everyday insurers. No one gets up even every day morning and say, something bad is going to happen to me, and therefore I need insurance. But by embedding insurance, or into whether it's bite-sized products, whether it is products which start making sense, where the entire process is simpler, what is happening is both insurance companies and InsurTech companies are moving in that direction, where they are making it far more, visible, available, simple, easy. And this is where InsurTech is starting to play a role. What is happening is they are challenging the status quo and the current value chain of insurance by bringing in information from outside to inside, from other industries. And I'm saying even beyond financial services. I'm not even talking about insurance, financial, even from outside, like e-commerce, food delivery, gaming, right? And which is what they are trying to challenge. And they're helping with two specific things. One, they are saying the product is not a product standalone. So it's like unbundling of that product they're making sure. I'm sure, Toffee is doing that. We ourselves are doing it in many shape and form, where we are seeing consumers are more worried about cyber as a risk, right, these days, rather than just the motor, two-wheeler, four-wheeler health, health, of course, during COVID times, but we are seeing cyber as a risk component people are talking about. We are seeing products which are getting unbundled by introducing things like pay as you consume. So we introduced something during COVID times in IRDA sandbox called pay as you consume for motor, right? Where you pay only what you drive for, or if your vehicle is not moving. You'll be surprised. It just completely sold off in 50-55 days. People are actually warming up to that area and asking for it because their vehicles are standing. Right? Why pay for the entire year when I can pay for the duration? So this is what is happening. What the InsurTech ecosystem is doing is disrupting the value chain, providing innovative solutions by unbundling the product. And the second thing that are doing is they are combining different solutions from a consumer standpoint and bringing it on a single platform. What I mean by that is, again, if there is a claim, why do I have to go and do the entire process of actually filing the claim and going through why can't it be a direct interaction with the insurance company? Things like we have introduced on mobile, you can take a picture and and get the claim approved. This is the second thing that the insurance company, that the InsurTech is doing. What is also happening is people are saying now, why can't I buy the product based on my preference? So can I build my own product, right? And this they are telling to the insurance companies, and obviously the InsurTechs are helping in that direction. So now you have suddenly these 3-4 factors, and I believe that InsurTech, as being an incumbent insurer, this is my view, sir. So as this, the InsurTech alone will disrupt, but InsurTech alone will not bring in scale. The combo of an insurance company and InsurTech is the combination that India needs for both from whether it's increasing the penetration of insurance, whether it's bringing in new consumer base, whether it is catering to the millennials, all those factors. This is a very good combination where both these can come together in a value which in obviously providing value to each and every one. It's not a large insurer, small InsurTech, small InsurTech, small insurer, nothing. Where there is a combination of these two coming together to providing shared value. As long as there's shared value, I think this is good for the larger consumers.